Cos Talk, where we talk about all things costuming and cosplay. Today, we're talking with Gail Wolfenden-Steib, who is a professional costume designer, owner of Rukshana Rocks belly dance costumes. She also annually works up in Utah, in Cedar City, for the Utah Shakespeare Festival as the costume painter and dyer. Huh?
Close
Paint
enough.
and dye.
Yes.
Costume paint and dyer. She is also occasionally my costuming partner in crime as we team up to create over-the-top costume competition entries. So, thank you, Gail, for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Hey. So our first question, our first topic is, let's start with where we are. We're in Cedar City, Utah. You've been spending your summers up here for pretty much as long as I've known you. Tell us a bit about your work here. What does a dyer and painter do, anyway?
I make color and lots of dirty armies.
Dirty armies.
Lots and lots of dirty armies. You happen to come up on a year where it's a clean year. Last year we're doing the canon in order. So we had just done the Henrys, which is a whole lot of dirty English and a lot of dirty French. So this is the first year I haven't had to do dirt in mass. That's really kind of nice. What I tend to do is I'll dye fabrics for people if they don't have the right color, if we need to adjust. There's examples back there of blood, lots of blood. We're doing Treasure Island. Pirates, they die. And I take things down. That was a screaming hot pink dress for Thisbe, which you will see tomorrow afternoon in Midsummer, that just was a little too happy on stage. So I knock the happy out of things. I make dirt. I age things. I do screen print fabric, which you'll see tomorrow night in Shakespeare in Love. All the costumes for the players were screen printed.
Okay.
So, but yeah, if it's color and it's muck, it's me.
Why is it so important for a costume to go through this final process before it hits the stage?
Because it looks like a costume, and you don't want it to look like a costume. You want people to look like they're all in the same universe. A lot of times we get a lot of costumes from Pioneer. We get costumes from Arizona Theater Company a lot. Denver Center, depending on who's designing. The designers will pull from wherever. Knoxville, Tennessee, one of our designers is out of there. And you get these things that come from here, 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 and I have to make them look like they're all on one person together in a cohesive unit.
Well, if you're doing that, if you're dyeing things that you're renting, how does that work with, like, returning the rental?
You don't always do that. We're lucky, especially, for example, Guys and Dolls that you saw this afternoon. Kevin Alberts, the designer on that, is a draper at Pioneer Theater Company, who has given us carte blanche because he brought stuff with him that's from his stock that he knows he's allowed to do.
Right,
and distress.
because it's his,
and
basically, or
it's
his company's.
His. And when we were doing the Henrys, one of the drapers that was up Phyllis was from Tucson, so a lot was pulled from there. I would double check with her to make sure that it was okay to do things to the costumes. There were a couple things that it was not okay to do things to.
Right, right.
There's also this great product called Schmears. That's available through Manhattan Wardrobe Supply. That basically looks like you take a deodorant stick and it's got color. And you wipe it on and you make a mess and you can do some age and stains and things like that that dry cleans out.
Dry cleans out. Yeah, because I've used it before and I've had problems getting it out.
Yeah, in theory it dry cleans out.
But, yeah, well, I wasn't dry cleaning it. I was washing machine it, so maybe that was my problem.
Dry clean. Yeah.
So,
I've always been told dry clean.
well,
So.
there's a tip for you. Dry clean the schmear out. Don't try and wash it out.
Wash it.
Yeah, because I ended up having to pay for a costume.
Yeah.
To Western one time. So what brings you back to Cedar City every year? Because you've been doing this for how many years now?
This is my 19th summer, and I've also done 3 falls.
Wow.
And honestly, it started out as the promise that I would get a new dye shop, which I have this year. It only took 18 years of waiting to get it in the 19th. And quite honestly, the town and the surrounding, we can go to national parks. In the last 3 weekends, we've gone to 3 different national parks. The furthest was 2.5 hours away. The closest is 30 minutes down the street.
Yes, yesterday she took us out to Zion National Park where we hiked the Narrows and nearly killed us all.
But it was fun.
It was fun before we died.
Yeah. But no, it's that and the watching the town grow, because the town was much smaller when I started.
Right.
The Dairy Queen was going out to dinner big time.
Yeah, now it's a pretty good-sized town.
Yeah.
We had a really nice teppanyaki dinner last night. Well, that was probably one of the best that I've ever been to, and I've been to a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't better than the one I went to in Japan.
No, but Ninja's great.
But, yeah, it was great.
The locals are happy to have us. They like us. And it's really a great community.
Join us next week when we talk to Gail about her freelance design work.